Carl had tweeted this, which is a snapshot. You wanted some opinions on the redesign. What was your first reaction when you saw this tweet?
I've been following Nothing for since
Hmm.
some time. So what they are doing as of design, as of marketing, Carl, we know that he's a
Hmm.
marketing
Right.
guy, and he's bringing all his ideas and everything from a built-in public, like
Hmm. Hmm.
community-driven thing. So when he shared about this, everyone was excited. As you can see, there are a lot
Right.
of
Right.
views, and everyone was just posting their ideas, like what
Hmm.
it could look like. Even on, if we see on Nothing side, there is a community
Hmm.
page where everyone can share their opinions, like how
Hmm.
it could be. And even in the real video, they have shown that they have taken some inspiration
Right.
from others. So it basically makes people who are buying Nothing phones as a part of
Yes.
some community, which we see in Apple
That is pretty
ecosystem.
unique.
So yeah,
I always consider Nothing's positioning as the Apple of the Android, and that checks out that community feature, that being design-led community feature, all these things really new in this technology space, we can say, and so it's really fun that a young founder is doing it.
but later, when I was watching the video, the designer
Hmm.
in their team had mentioned that dot font in general was harder for the
Yes.
people who are disabled, who are not able to
Hmm.
recognize it because it's dotted. There's some
It's not
gaps are there,
accessible even for
but
us.
that is solved with another
Right.
font. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
something new. That's true. Like for the younger generation,
Yeah,
for young
something fun.
people, it's very attractive. But for the longer audience, for the
Mhm.
broader audience, it
True.
becomes difficult. I think that's the main reason that they kept the dotted stuff for the widgets for
Mhm.
animation, and for the font they have went with
And
the
we see
sans
that as
serif
well, right?
font.
Better
Yeah,
legibility, better space utilization as well. Because with the end dot font, they had to be of a specific size for it to be legible enough, at least legible enough, so that they can ship it as a product. Interesting. Was this article
yeah.
helpful? That part
So
again,
here,
really good space utilization. I think they're going for that mainly. Just clearing out the screen. Previously, it was too full.
clearing out, and plus visually you will be able to click on
Right.
dislike or like with your only
Hmm.
single thumb that you previously mentioned in
Right.
the
Right.
home screen. Plus, as we can see here, they use sans serif only for
Hmm.
the headings,
Hmm.
for the titles. For other fonts, they have went with normal, I think, enter or
Hmm.
some other font. So that's a second major thing that they have changed. It basically, as you mentioned, it improves the
Hmm.
accessibility and makes the user
Yeah.
interface much better.
And specifically as like a positioning thing as well for them, a serif font for the headings work. I mean, it's not luxury so to say, but it's positioned as an upper tier phone, right? And upper tier brand as well.
Yeah, it
It
gives a
breathes a
premium
premium feel.
feel.
So the serif thing works.
Premium feel.
Interesting. Lock screen.
Yeah. I think that they are positioning themselves as premium mobiles because they have a low budget one. I think recently it launched, I think something called
Hmm.
CMF. CMF something phone they have released. That's a very low budget and it's very colorful, but that doesn't goes into the
Right.
primary
It's a
market.
it's a differentiated product. It's a different brand altogether, I guess, but
Yeah.
logically a sub brand, but it's
Yeah.
positioned completely different. Consumer target segments are different. Okay, so they have specific homages.
Mm.
The London Underground Station. Interesting. Yeah, I'm telling you,
Yeah, that was something
it's a
unique.
new brand. It's a new age startup, so to say. So they will have some fun things to say for sure.
What what the designer mentioned was they want to have something on the
Hmm.
phone that resembles their
Hmm.
headquarter. So this interface, the boxy interface which they are showing in a subway
Hmm.
station or some station, it resembles
They are
London
based out of London.
as their
Hmm.
headquarter. Yeah. So that headquarters stuff is inside the
Hmm.
phone. That doesn't, I don't see any resemblance like that in Apple. Apple doesn't have anything that resembles they are from like designed from
Hmm.
California. But here they are going one step
Right,
further,
right.
like designing widgets, taking real
Hmm.
inspirations from what
Hmm.
around them, like what they are seeing around them, which we see in marketing ads and all. Whenever Nothing is doing any ad campaign or anything, they resemble their device with some
Hmm.
animal.
True.
It could be dragonfly, it
There
could
was a
be
frog, yellow
frog,
frog,
some other.
octopus.
Yeah, yeah, octopus. So they're going very in
That's the
different
thing.
manner.
Like, I
Like,
believe if someday he comes on the podcast, that will be a dream. But even without that, if I'll have to kind of take a guess, it's a big guess, but I'm sure he's inspired by Steve Jobs and the way Apple handled design in a tech first world. And so with this, he's design focused, but he's not design focused the way Apple is. Their positioning is Apple-ish in a way, in the Android market specifically. But their approach to design, it's a bit like how you can say, it's a big stretch of an example, but how Kanye West kind of married shoes into nature, those naturalistic lines, simplistic fibers, simplistic materials. It's similar, use of animals in your marketing collaterals, these things like the subway station. So pretty inspired from, you can say, real world stuff from nature in a way. And that's I think an interesting
Yeah.
place to look forward to, as in what more things come up from them.
Yeah, even Apple, if I see when they
Hmm.
started, they're doing branding, they went for
Hmm.
creators like Einstein, like people who dare to change something. Like it was totally for people who are into something. If we see Apple Watch Ultra is totally for the people who go extreme
Yes.
in doing activities, doing physical activities. Normal user will never be able to get value from that product. It's totally for centric for extremists, like even MacBook Pro or iPhone 16, all the things that they are showing, it's for pro people, like directors. So what they resembles is a creators or someone who is going extreme for one use case. In the same manner, nothing is going with the simplicity,
Someone
minimal,
who doesn't,
colorfulness.
shy away
They
from
all,
standing out basically. This is fun, the pin
yeah.
apps, smart drawer.
That's what makes
Hmm.
Carl
Right.
different. Yeah,
Even in
even in
OnePlus.
OnePlus, when OnePlus was released, that was really
Uh-huh.
game changing, the design itself. But that was more into hardware, the hardware shell at the back, which we when we hold it, it curves out. But now what they're doing is into the software. Yeah, widgets. So here, when they are showing the
Hmm.
Figma file, so there everyone's design was embedded, like everyone's design was pasted there, and they reviewed it. So here we can see the
Hmm.
horizontal
Right, right, right.
swipe.